Helen here with Eyes on the Game. We are broadcasting live in Las Vegas, the fight capital of the world. And joining me to my right, I have Josh Clark, who is formerly on The Ultimate Fighter Season 19 and also not on camera, but she is in the room, his beautiful wife, Corey. Thank you so much for your time and coming down in studio.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, so you have such a big fight coming up. You are headlining RFA 41 in San Antonio on July 29th. You're facing Trevin Giles. How does it feel, and how have you been preparing for him?
It feels amazing. I'm definitely excited for this fight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a big opportunity. As far as my preparation goes, you know, I just stick to the basics. Been working my wrestling, my wall takedown defense. I look for him to put me up against the fence, try to take me down. Working on a lot of footwork, foot movement. I feel like he's really going to try to put a lot of pressure on me. So I want to make sure that, you know, I'm getting off on angles and cutting angles. So I'm not going to be there, you know, for him. When he decides to shoot in.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's great that you are, you know, getting very well prepared. And, Josh, you're also on a 4-fight win streak. Your last fight was against Justin Gamble, but that was back in October 18th, 2014. Why the long layoff?
Well, I battled a few injuries last year, so, you know, got a small concussion and cracked my left ankle, so I took some time off. Yeah, I'm still training every day, but, yeah, the ankle, I didn't find out until like 4 or 5 months, and by that time I was like, oh, just let it heal.
Yeah.
And so I just let it heal up, and you know, now I'm 100% complete healthy. So.
Okay, that's good.
Yes.
Yeah, and Josh, hearing your story, and when I was kind of, you know, doing research and looking at some interviews, I happened to notice that your story is very inspirational, and that your journey has been, you know, with ups and downs. Can you kind of elaborate, you know, to the listeners and the viewers, kind of what it's been like?
Yeah, you know, it's not been easy, that's for sure. But like I tell everybody, nothing big, you know, comes without great sacrifice. So, you know, me and my wife, we basically sold everything back home. We moved out here. And when we first got out here, the dog we brought with us got killed.
Oh, wow.
We end up on, you know, we both, well, I didn't have a job when I moved out here, so I was actually drawing unemployment from my last job, and that ran out, and then she didn't have a job, so at one point, neither one of us had a job for like 2 months. So I would get up at like 5 a.m., go do privates for like $10. Like I was hustling, and, you know, so it's been a real struggle, but we're back on our feet now, and I feel like, you know, this is where God wants us, and I plan on beating Trevin this weekend or next weekend coming up, and it's all going to pay off.
And that's great that your wife has been so supportive through the whole process, right?
Oh, yeah. I couldn't do this without her, you know, and she was the one that, you know, kind of pushed me off the cliff and was like, hey, let's do this, let's move. You know, she believed in me, and it's always good to have somebody like that, especially in this sport, because you don't make a lot of money in this sport. So to have somebody stick by your side through all the, you know, I'm pretty sure any other girl would have probably left me by now.
No, well, it's great that you have a great woman by your side, a great team. But is that why you decided to move to Las Vegas?
Yeah, definitely, you know, to pursue MMA. Now, when I made The Ultimate Fighter, I come on as an alternate. I feel like people didn't really get to see my full potential because I was boxing for like a year and a half, and I hadn't done any MMA, and I was working third shift, and I wasn't able to train like I was needing to train. So I was like, well, maybe if we move out here, they'll see I'm serious and give me another shot, you know, in the tough finale. And, you know, didn't plan out like, you know, I thought it was going to, but it's okay because since then I've improved tremendously, and people's going to see next Friday.
And who have you been working with the most?
As far as like training partners?
Yeah,
or?
Training partner and coach-wise.
Yeah, as far as coaches go, you know, I've been working with Nate Pettit. This kid, his name's Vadim. He was the Israel kickboxing champion. He's been working with me on my strike. And Coach Robert Follis has helped me along.
Robert. over at Extreme Couture.
Yes, and Dennis Davis. So I've been working with them guys, through the whole time I've been here. But in this camp, it's been Nate and Vadim. Okay. And as far as my training partners go, I've been, training with the best guys that come through Extreme. Yeah. Brad Tavares, he's really helped me, mentored me. Uriah Hall, I was actually in Uriah's camp for when he was supposed to fight Anderson Silva.
Oh, wow. That's a great training partner.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sparring with some of the best strikers in the world.
So you're prepared.
Exactly. And Roy Nelson, Krasimir, can't exactly pronounce his last name, but he's in the World Series. Vinny Magarella, so I'm training with the best guys in the world. Yeah,
definitely.
So I'm stepping into this fight feeling well prepared and
very confident.
Oh, extremely
which is
confident.
Great. And when you mentioned the Ultimate Fighter and that move to Las Vegas, during your duration there, what did you kind of take away from being on the show and your whole experience?
As far as being on the show, I mean, it was an awesome opportunity. Mm-hmm. I feel like if I could do it again, I would have, if I could tell anybody going onto the show, go in. I mean, the coaches really don't know who you are and you don't really know them, so it's hard for them to put together a game plan. I come when I was boxing, so the whole time I should have just been working on takedown defense. Yeah. And I hadn't grappled in a year and a half, so I should have been just working on my grappling every day. I mean, we're fighting a team full of wrestlers, so I should have knew that my hands were always going to be better, so I need to work on what's going to get me beat, the wrestling aspect. So, I would say if you're going to go on, make sure that you're doing what you need to do to prepare yourself the best way you can on the show, because even BJ was like, hey, there's nothing I'm going to do in these next 6 weeks that's going to make you a better fighter. You need to kind of put together your own camp, and I feel like I kind of let that slip at the time, so I wish I could go back and redo that. But
and as far as a recent interview that you've done, Josh, I saw that you said, if you knew that your journey would have so many ups and downs, you would kind of not want to go this route. Do you have any regrets?
No regrets. I mean, if somebody said, hey, you're going to go out here, you're going to struggle, of course that would scare anybody. Be like, well, we better not do this, but sometimes it's best not to know what's going to happen. And I wouldn't change a thing, because moving out here has changed my life 100%. Like, if I was back home, I would have gave up fighting and probably be working the same job I was working, which was a good job, but at least I'm doing something that I love. Like, every day I go to work, I'm a personal trainer, so I go to work. I love my job. Like, when Sunday rolls around and Monday comes, I remember I used to hate Mondays because, man, I had to go back to work, be on somebody else's time schedule. Now, like, I make my own time, and I enjoy life, so.
That's great, and that is what's most important. Where do you personal train at?
I'm at the UFC gym on Blue Diamond, and then also have clients inside Extreme.
So people can, anybody can train with you?
Oh, yeah, anybody can train with me. And as far as those people go, I normally go over to Extreme Couture with those people, because the people at the UFC gym are client, members there.
So they kind of...
Yeah, so the UFC gym actually helps me get clients, and then I get my own clients outside the gym, too.
Okay,
take them to Extreme.
But where can people who are interested in training with you, where can they contact you?
They can hit me up on, I got my email, and that's at joshd.clark07@gmail, or my social media account at my Twitter and Instagram, which is Josh Clark MMA.
Okay, great. And lastly, Josh, do you have any sponsors that you would like to thank?
Yeah, let me pull out my slip so I don't forget.
Slip, got it.
But yes, I'd like to thank Fighter Alias, Valley Spine and Health, Warrior Fuel, and all the guys at Extreme Couture and Tough Prints.
Awesome. And also to add on to that, when you were talking about your journey beforehand, for guys who or kids who do look up to you right now and do want to be a professional MMA fighter, what advice would you give them?
First of all, get in a gym and actually train, and make sure that you're training all aspects of the sport, because it's not one-dimensional. You need to be going wrestling, a couple times a week, working your jiu-jitsu a couple times a week, and working your stand-up.
Yeah.
That and, you know, just following your dreams. Just because something bad happens doesn't mean you should give up. You know, keep pursuing it. You know, and if it's meant to be, it'll happen.
That's great advice.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much once again for your time, Josh, and best of luck to you at RFA 41 in San Antonio on July 29th.
Access TV.
Yes.
Main event.